Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 41 of the Pichu London Cup Series. Today we're at Coca-Cola Super Speedway for the running of the Coke Zero Sugar 400. It is the regular season finale here in the Pichu London Cup Series. So far 17 drivers have locked their spots into the playoffs. Will we see our 18th and last driver in the playoffs, or will we have a repeat winner here today at Coca-Cola Super Speedway? You're about to find out. On the pole will be the one of Ryan Durrani. Alongside him will be the number 22 of Garrett Albertson. And then row 2 will have the 53 Don Falconer and the 62 of Max Ferrier. Row 3 has the 66 Cullen Francis and the 27 of Avi Sachs. Maxwell Smart starts in row 4 with Johnny Gardner and Evan Hunter. And Zachary Fitzwater rounds out the top 10. Fitzwater and Steve Morgan both won at Pocono last weekend, and Morgan locked his spot into the playoffs with that victory, and it was the second win of the season for the number 4 at Pocono. And here's how the rest of the field will line up here today. You saw one of our part-time drivers here in the field, the 62 of Max Ferrier, makes his return as he runs another race, and the other part-timer is the 78 of Grayson Acevedo, going to start in 14th here today. Looking to pull off an upset here in this race. And we're about to have a 20-lap race here around Coca-Cola Super Speedway. I don't know if I can call it that anymore because iRacing just re-released the track as iRacing Super Speedway. But we're going to keep the Coca-Cola Super Speedway name on for now. That's what they're using in our Town 3. And it's the same track with a 3-mile super speedway oval. Very fast oval indeed. Nathan Ormond heading to pit road before the green. Bit of a problem before the green waves. But Ormond's already in the playoffs with a win from race number 2. So not going to be an issue for the number 9 not to win here. But well, that's not going to be a good start. Not going to have good momentum going to the playoffs. Anyway, we're green here at Coca-Cola Super Speedway, and we're underway in the regular season finale. 2 stages will be 10 laps each, by the way. It is a Super Speedway restrictor play race, just to allow everybody a fair shot at trying to win this thing. Max Ferrier, as I mentioned earlier, is one of the part-timers this season. He's running on the Super Speedway events here this year. His last race was in Daytona, and he will be in the 62 for Talladega, and then the finale at Zenjoltis. It's going to get really fast, really quickly. As you can see, Garrett Albertson trying to take the lead away from the one of Ryan Durrani. Obviously not trying to make any moves here early on. Trying to save that for the last couple laps. Here comes Don Falconer for the lead. Can he take the lead? And Don Falconer is in front. Don Falconer takes the lead. Cullen Francis right behind him in the draft. And here comes Christian Vargas in the 00 for the lead. He's going to get him. And Ethan Sale, it's his turn to take the lead now. Wow, it's starting to be very competitive early on. How about that? We're going to lap number 3 now. It's a 3-wide battle for the race lead. Igor Barreto's trying to get in the playoffs. All these drivers who have yet to win this season, all trying to make their way into the playoffs. The only way to get in is to win. Here at Coca-Cola, Toby Smith, Daniel Bouchard, among the drivers not in the playoffs, all trying to get a win here today. Trying to lock themselves into the playoffs, trying to be the last driver into the playoffs. Cassandra Kirker goes to the bottom. Already won this season, looking to get a win in so they can get momentum into the start of the playoffs. The battle continues as Avi Sachs goes for the lead, and here comes Pichu. The number 5 goes for the lead as well. Robert Smith also into the race lead. Man, a lot of people taking turns now taking the lead. Only one of these drivers will come out on top though. Uh-oh, they're going to go 4 wide for the lead. Oh, Robert Smith! There he goes! There they go! Huge crash! Big crash! The big one is struck on stage 1. It's only the beginning of what's to come here at Coca-Cola. And it looks like Chris Leone is going to lead to the caution. What a wild start to this race. Oh man, this is what we're going to expect to see here at Coca-Cola here today. Everybody trying to get that win and get into the playoffs. And a huge crash involving the leaders. Wow. Incredible. You saw them trying to go 4 wide, and then that didn't work out well as they would have liked, as Robert Smith and Pichu go around and a huge crash. Take a look at how big this crash was. Wow. Nowhere else to go. A huge crash. The big one has struck Coca-Cola. Oh my gosh. And it's only stage 1. Oh boy, we're in for a good one. We're in for a really good one here today. It is just the first stage. I'm sure it's going to continue to be that wild when we near the end of the race. We're back to the green flag here at Coca-Cola, and Chris Leone is out in front. Here comes Nicky Maxwell, though, for the race lead. And Maxwell already has a win, and Chris Leone actually has 2 wins. Matt Gomes is going to take the lead. And here comes Max Ferrier. Could he be only the second part-time driver to win a race this season? Joining Leah Walker. Here comes David Aline. As we have one more lap here in stage number 1. Who's going to lead us to stage number 2? Nicky Maxwell leads on the final lap of stage 1. David Aline takes second spot, but will he catch Nicky Maxwell? Just 2 more turns to go, and Aline's going to go to the bottom for that position. And David Aline is going to try to take it from Maxwell, and he will take it from Maxwell. And David Aline is going to lead stage 1 at the end, and he'll lead us to stage 2 as the driver on the front row for the second stage. And David Aline has the stage victory. Not really going to matter, but it's just going to be about the best starting position you could get in stage number 2. But it could be a momentum shifter for him in his favor to win this race and get him in the playoffs. But it is a super speedway then again, so you never know what's going to happen. Anyway, here are the drivers that are going to be lining up for stage number 2, the last 10-lap stage to decide who's in the playoffs and who's out. Don't go away, stage 2 is coming up next. Alrighty guys, we're back here with 10 laps to go, stage 2 here at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. This will determine who gets into the playoffs here in the regular season finale. David Aline starts in the front row with Max Ferrier. Who's going to win and get their spot into the playoffs? Here we go, final 10-lap dash here at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. We're about to get the green flag here today. Here we go, the final 10-lap dash is going to be underway here at Coca-Cola. We're back to the green flag with stage number 2. Looks like both drivers are pretty even, Max Ferrier and David Aline. We'll see who gets the run here. David Aline is going to continue to lead the race. Looks like Max Ferrier, though, still trying to fight up high. He actually led that lap, though. Wow. The 62 actually led the lap. And he's going to outrun them. He made it to the bottom. Max Ferrier. How about that? What a move by the 62. Max Ferrier trying to get a win here in his part-time ride. And now there's a crash behind them. Oh, wow. Big one here in the back, not as big as the last one, but a couple drivers involved. And they'll race back to the line. And it looks like Max Ferrier will be leading us to the yellow flag. It's going to come down the final couple laps here in stage number 2. Max Ferrier is out in front, and Steve Morgan, he's in second place. How about that? Coming to green flag, it'll be out with 4 laps to go here in the race. Will Max Ferrier pull off the upset win? We'll see. Here we go. Green flag is back out in the air. And here comes the 62, and he gets by. Maxwell Smart, though, in second place. Trying to add another victory here before the end of the regular season. Trying to deny a driver into the playoffs. Look at Dmitry Baranovsky. Also trying to get in the playoffs with a win. And Quinn Porter is behind him, too. 3 laps to go. And Baranovsky is going to lead. 3 to go here for the 42. Quinn Porter also trying to get the lead. And Austin Reed is working his way up to second place. He might go for it here. Here he comes, Austin Reed. Can he get the lead? Looks like he's going to get it. And there's Rufus Langarek also trying to win. He already won 2 races this season. He's trying to win another one. Nick Suchita also trying to get into the playoffs with a victory. JD Figueroa trying to draft him behind him. It's all or nothing at this point with 2 laps to go. 3 wide for the lead. Trying to make it in. JD Figueroa on the bottom. He gets the lead. Nicky Maxwell follows behind him. Ferrier's trying to come back and they're crashing again. Priya McShane goes around. And we will come down to overtime. Oh boy. Regular season finale going to come down to overtime here at Coca-Cola. JD Figueroa going to lead us to the caution. Unbelievable. This is going to come down to overtime to decide who is going to make it to the playoffs. Wow. What an intense race so far. We're going to come back with overtime, folks, and we're going to decide who's going to be in the playoffs. Alrighty, guys, we're back here with overtime here in Coca-Cola Super Speedway. It's going to come down to the 2-lap caution-free dash to the finish to see who is in the playoffs. And here we go. JD Figueroa going to lead us back to the green. We'll see who's going to lock their spot in the playoffs. We'll see. 2-lap dash to the finish. Who's going to win here at Coca-Cola? We're about to find out with the green flag waving. And here we go, 2 laps to go. Green flag is in the air. Daniel Bouchard into second place. Is he going to make the move? And here he comes. Can he do it? Here comes Steve Morgan to the bottom lane. Here comes Daniel Bouchard for the lead, though, as we come to the white flag next time by with 1 lap to go. Who's going to win here and get themselves into the playoffs? Don Falconer also making his move. White flag is out. Daniel Bouchard in the lead. Don Falconer in second. Here comes Ethan Sale. Here comes Dan Bazuki. Gonna go 3 wide for second place. That might help out the 47. Johnny Garner drifting. Final corner. Does the 53 have enough? There's a spin on the final lap. Here they come. Who's going to be in the playoffs? Is it going to be Daniel Bouchard or Don Falconer? They get loose, but Daniel Bouchard makes his way to the playoffs with the win. Daniel Bouchard is in the playoffs. He has made his way to the final spot of the playoffs. Daniel Bouchard is going to be in the playoffs. He holds off Don Falconer for the win and Dan Bazuki on the final lap to get into the regular season, to get in the playoffs. Wow. Daniel Bouchard gets into the playoffs, an incredible run, and he is the last driver in the playoffs. What a finish here at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. Daniel Bouchard makes his way in, and he's the final driver into the playoffs for the PLCS. What an incredible run. So there you go, final results. Daniel Bouchard is in the playoffs with the win at Coca-Cola. And he was able to get the job done. He gets the win here today at Coca-Cola to lock himself in as the final driver in the playoffs. We hope you enjoyed our race from Coca-Cola Super Speedway. The playoffs will begin next week, but first, we have a surprise. We're going to have all the playoff drivers compete in a special exhibition race at the Indianapolis Road Course. So just the playoff drivers and all the race winners, all the race winners, playoff drivers, will compete here at Indianapolis Road Course for an exhibition race to see who's the best of the best at the Indy Road Course. It's going to be an exhibition for those drivers to get prepared for the playoffs here in season 41, and we hope you'll join us for our special exhibition race coming up at the Indy Road Course. And until then, we will see you guys next weekend where the playoffs will get underway. So until then, we will see you later.